Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're gonna play Star Tycoon. This game supports 1 to 4 players. It's for ages 14 and up, and the average playtime is about 25 minutes per player. So today I'll be featuring my home-brewed solo mode. I've done this several times on my YouTube channel via Tabletop Simulator. Now, if you've been following that particular solo variant that I created, it uses an Automa deck of cards. Well, I didn't feel like paying money to print out said deck of cards, so I'm going to be using dice instead in order to simulate the drawing of cards. So what that looks like, and I got these dice right off of Amazon. I got this baggie and 100 dice for $5. So I took 3 of the red dice, 3 of the purple, 3 of the orange, 3 green, 3 blue, and 3 yellow. And that represents the different resources in the game. The yellow, though, I didn't have any black dice, so the yellow is going to be the special case die that will come up whenever it does. And the way the dice work is whenever I pull one from the bag when I'm supposed to, per my rules, on a 1, 2, or 3, it'll decrease the market value. On a 4, 5, or 6, it'll increase the market value for whatever dice color I pulled. It'll make sense when you actually see it, but everything else about my solo mode kind of remains the same. It's worth mentioning, however, that I still need to make a couple of changes to my solo variant. For example, there are some corporation cards that, rely on, say, an opponent's Omniforge card. Some of these may need your opponent's stuffs in order to fully get use out of it. So there's going to be a couple of these corporations that, just don't make any sense to use because the AI doesn't use particular things in my solo mode. So I didn't list out the cards that you shouldn't use, but I'm guessing just use your own discretion. This is a game. This is meant to be fun, and wing it if you don't know, or just ask. If you're looking for a bit more guidance. So with that being said, let's just jump right into it. I do have my solo mode rules handy off to the side here. I'll be referring to this as I need to. Just as a reminder, the game does have an inherent solo mode that is played over 3 games. I do like that. They made some changes to it. They gave for the first round, they gave you a buff, whereas in development phase, they didn't do that. So they did make changes to the solo mode to make it a lot more appealing. But rather than play 3 games, I just want to do a one-off against a virtual opponent, which is what I did. So I start with a random HQ card, which is just this base planet here. And I'm going for blue majority. And I start with the 1 Omniforge card. And that number does matter because they are balanced 1 through 6. Now, again, it's your game. Do what you want. You can take a random one if you want to. But, just start with 1 just to be consistent. And I also got a random corporation. I got Legitimate Ventures LLC, which has the ability once per turn you may use a illicit goods token in place of any 1 token when purchasing a card. And I'll be shooting for these particular systems, which are these cards here, or planets, I should say. So I'm going to try and get those symbols wherever possible. If I get 3 of them in my tableau, I get 4 points at the end of the game. I also start with 3 red, 2 energy credits, and an illicit good token. And I also produce my Omniforge, which is a blue and a purple, which is already done here. These are the acrylic tokens, by the way, but I did not bother to peel off. You can actually peel off the protective film, but with my tendinitis, I'm not going to try to even do. I mean, look, there's so many. So I'm just not going to take them off. Okay, I'm just going to leave the protective coating on and be done with it. Okay, so per my solo rules, the AI does different things depending on whether it's turn 1, 2, or 3. So for the first turn, I'm going to get 3 actions as normal, typical. And I always start, whereas I go, the computer goes, I go, the computer goes, I goes, the computer goes, and then the round is over. On my turn, I get to take 3 actions. So let's go ahead and just do the 3 actions now. Oh, by the way, the AI started with just this headquarters card over here, and just this corporation card here. And again, the computer won't typically use these. However, in my solo variant, there are if you want to make the game more difficult, you can include majority bonuses and other things the computer normally wouldn't shoot for. Again, all of that is via PDF, Board Game Geek, Tabletop Simulator. Links will be in the below description probably. So I'm going to go ahead then and take 3 actions for the first turn here. And what am I going to do with that? Well, the first thing I want to do is get a planet. I mean, I've got this one here, but I really don't want to add... I can add 2 more cards below here. This Omniforge does count as 1, and I can add 2 more per these hammer symbols here. But I kind of want to get planets that coincide with this particular symbol so I can try and get 4 points. So I'm going to take a look at the planets here and see if I can get one. Let's see. That is... So the nice thing about Tabletop Simulator is that you can hold Alt and just zoom, whereas my eyesight is bad, so I have to like really look. That is a sun symbol, and I need that. That is not a sun symbol. That is not a sun symbol. So I think what I'm going to do is spend 1 red token here, which I start with 3 because of my particular company. I'm just going to turn 1 back into the bank. And I'm going to go ahead and buy this card, put that in my tableau. That is 1 action. And if you're curious about the different actions you can take, I mean, there's a lot here. Take 1 card from a full row or reserve. I can trade with the Galactic Market. I can do Omniforge production. I can reserve a card, except for these bottom tier 3 ones down here. I can smuggle, meaning use the trade action twice. I can refresh any row, any full row that is. I could not refresh this one because I took a card from here. And I can also take out a loan, but that does not count as one of my 3 actions. So for my second action, maybe I grab something that this particular planet wants. It wants 3 of these symbols in order to get 4 points. So is there a development out here that I could slide under here that would do that? Let's see. Pink, okay, green one. What's this one? This one wants a brown and a yellow. Well, I don't have brown. Oh, I do have a brown. It's weird, the way the color is. This is a brown on the card. This looks a bit more yellowish to me. But yeah, I have one of these, and I have an energy. I don't have an energy credit. Okay, so I need a trade for that as my second action. For my second action, I can take 2 trade actions. Maybe I get rid of one of my Omniforge production tokens because I'll just get again next round. So maybe I get rid of one of my blue ones. Or do I get rid of one of my purple ones? That's going to be a good question. Maybe I just get rid of the blue one. So I'm going to trade that back into the bank, and I'm going to get an energy credit. So if I'm going to be selling blue, and the reason I'm getting one is because right now everything is at a 1-to-1 ratio. But I am selling blue back to the bank in order to get an energy credit. So in the future, I now need to give up 2 blue in order to get 1 energy credit. So like I'm saturating the market with a bunch of blue now, so blue just isn't worth as much. And in case you're wondering about these dice, that is just to remind me what colors I pull from the bag. Like red is red, purple is purple, orange is this brown color, green, blue, and then yellow is the special case. So this is just for me. So that was 1 trade action, and this flips over because I cannot do it again. And do I want to do another trade action? I have the energy credit I need for that, as well as this. Do I maybe sell something else? Do I sell my purple one for another energy credit? And I think I might do that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just sell my purple one and do that. Flip that over. And that was a 1-to-1 before I'd moved it. So I get a second energy credit. That was my second action. My third action is going to be... now I can buy this card here. And it's a brown and a yellow. So energy credit and a brown. That goes back to the bank. And I'm going to slide this under here. And now I'm 1/3 of the way to completing this goal. But keep in mind, I can only put 3 developments here. So if I put a pink or a blue under here, I'll never reach this goal. Unless I get something that allows me to move things around. So I bought that development, I paid for it, and that is the end of my 3 actions for this here. So now the AI is going to go, and this is where my rulebook comes into play. For rounds 1 through 3 on turn 1, and this might be hard to see, but it's going to collect 1 planet and 1 development. Let's go ahead and refresh everything first and set up for its turn. So these get refreshed finally. These flip over to the other side. Okay, so it's going to collect 1 planet and 1 development. for free. It doesn't use resources, it doesn't collect resources, it just grabs. And it's gonna look, when it grabs a planet, it's gonna prioritize whatever symbols might be needed via its cards. So for example, it wants these green systems here, which I don't see any of those. I could be wrong, I don't think there is. So in the case that there isn't one, it's gonna wipe the entire row, and it's going to draw 3 more and then look at those to see if it can fulfill that want. Oh, there's Abaddon. I'm using the promo cards, by the way. Okay. And I do not see... I don't see any Kevron systems here. Abaddon. So what it's going to do in that sense, it's going to just draw a card and hope that it gets what it wants. No, it doesn't. It's just the Belvita system. So it's going to take it anyway, but it didn't help to contribute toward that goal. Now it's going to collect 1 development for free. What it's going to do is it's going to look at its oldest planet, not the home planet. This is its dumping ground because it really doesn't need anything. It's going to look at its oldest planet that it acquired and then look to see down here, can I grab a development and fulfill this? It's going to start at tier 1 and then work its way down to tier 2. Is there a green resource here? The answer is no. So it's going to wipe those and put that underneath, and 3 more come out. And it's going to wipe those. Had there been more planets behind it, would have checked those first, or in front of it, it would have checked those first, but there's none. 1, 2, 3. And is there a green one here? No. Is there a green one here? Actually, yes. So it actually grabs this refinery and fulfills 2 out of the 3 there. So there you go. It got its free development from that, and its turn is over. For turn 1, it grabbed the planet and the development for free. Okay. So now it is my turn for turn 2. I get 3 actions. So I'm going to want to grab more green if I can. This is a communications card or array, so the more of these I have, the more points I get. And again, I can't hold Alt to zoom in on it. That's what that looks like. My ability allows me, well, I can just spend a skull and grab it. I mean, I've got that. I could have done that earlier to acquire that other card. I have that ability that says, I can, once per turn, you may use your skull in place of any 1 token when purchasing a card. So, like, I could have used this as a wild earlier, but wasn't thinking about it. I'm really tempted to grab something like this, however, even though it gives me -1 point, I get a skull, and when I produce, I'll get one of those skull illicit tokens, so I can use that as a wild with my ability here. I just got to be careful not to grab too many of those cards, because I can only do that once per turn. Part of me wants to grab that, but I also want to grab one of these green ones if I can. So let's do this. For my first turn, I'm just going to spend my skull. This is an or thing. I can either spend a green, yellow, yellow, or a skull illicit token to grab this. Now, on my solo home variant rule, the steal is just grab a resource that you may need from the bank is all that is. So I'm going to turn this in, and what resource do I need? I don't know. I really don't know. If anything, I would want to grab something that I don't have a whole lot of, or something that would help me purchase something out here. That Abaddon's looking juicy. I've never used that planet before. I kind of want to grab more green ones first before I try and get that. Brown and a... If I grab a blue, maybe I'm going to go ahead and grab the blue resource from that steal effect. And this is going to slide underneath like so. That was my first action of 3. My second action is I'm going to grab... I think I'm going to grab this one for the sake of the blue and brown, which I have. I don't have a skull, but I can spend these 2 and grab this for my third one, and that actually completes my current planet. So these go back into the supply. I'm going to slide that underneath, and now I've got all 3 symbols that I need to complete this particular planet for 4 points. And the more of these arrays I get, the more points I'm going to get too. There's that. If I have 1 of them, it's worth 1. 2 of these communications array, they're worth 2, and so on, so on, so on. It's not per array, it's total, by the way. So if I have 4 of them, I'll just get 9 points. I don't get 9 points for each. So that was my second action. And my third action is I'm kind of running out of resources. I kind of want to grab another planet because I'm running dry. I kind of want to... This Abaddon is really expensive to grab. That's the only downside. It's 3 of these red ones. I only have 2. I could use my energy token to pay for a red, but I'm starting to produce it, so I kind of want to save that for something else. I could just use my OmniForge and produce resources, which just to keep the video moving, I'm going to do that. So I can just produce a blue and a purple and add that down here. And that was my third action for turn 2. And now the computer is going to go. We're going to reset for them. And let's see, for turn 2, they're going to collect 1 planet and 1 development and draw 1 Automa market card, which in this case is going to be a die. So it's going to collect 1 planet. So it's going to look at what it needs. It needs the green system, which there's none here. So these are going to get wiped and new one comes out, red. Where are all the green ones at? So it's just there's no green there, so it's gonna just take the top one. Oh, he got lucky. There is a green one there, which is, he's 1/3 of the way to completing this particular point goal now. So that was one of his planets that he took, and now he's going to take a free development. Again, he's gonna look at the oldest planet that isn't satisfied, and he needs 1 more green here. So he's gonna go green, 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 no green. It's now gonna go to the next planet. He wants either a purple or a energy credit. So he's gonna look purple. Okay, yep. And it always goes from left to right. So there is a purple one here that would satisfy this new planet that he just acquired. In the future, he's going to be looking for this energy credit to fulfill that card. So he completed the planet grabbing, the development card grabbing, and now he's going to change the market in some way. And for my homebrew table version, dice. So we'll grab 1. Now, you can do one of 2 things. You can make sure it comes out of the bag face up like this, which I just did. Or if you want to roll it to be fancy, you could totally do. I'm just going to grab it face up like this, and it's a 4. So that would be the orange 4 here. And on a 1, 2, or 3, it's going to go to the left. On a 4, 5, or 6, it's going to go to the right. So what he did was he adjusted the market to the right with this orange die. These go into a discard pile, not to be used again until the bag is empty. Then everything goes back into the bag as needed. I don't know if it's going to happen, probably not, but we'll see. There's a variant in my rulebook that says that you can opt to draw more dice, like draw 1 extra die every time you're prompted to make the market fluctuate a lot more than what it normally does. So you may have to do it then. So anyway, that was his second turn. And then lastly, turn 3. Again, I get 3 actions, and then he's going to do something. Okay, we're going to reset. And I do need another planet, preferably a sun. This is a sun card. So I'm going to spend 1 red for my first action to grab that. And for my second action, I need green and purple here. So is there green or purple? No. No. Well, there's purple here, but I don't think I can afford it. A green, a brown, a red. No, I can't afford that. I don't have the right symbols. I mean, I could try and trade for them, but do I really want that? I'm already producing a purple. That's a lot of my resources. And I can save 7 of them moving into the next round, so I may want to do that. Goodness. Second action. I can't grab from an empty or an unfilled row, so I can't take another planet. I can't refill it either or refresh it. Part of me does want to grab this, so I can maybe grab some of these. What are they called? Contracts. They give you points for having those colored cards in your tableau. I'm going to want this green one if I can grab it, because I've already got 1, 2, 3 in here. So I do want this. So maybe I look at this again. With my second action, can I trade for this? I need a green and I need a brown. I have everything else. A green and a brown. A green and a brown. So I have the red and I have the energy credit. So I'd have to trade these in order to possibly, I don't even know. I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, this might not, that's not doable with 2 trade actions. Oh, goodness. Because I'm going to get energy credits when I sell one of them. And even then, I would need 2 to sell that. Yeah, it's just not going to work. I could OmniForge produce again. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's just keep the video moving. I'll OmniForge produce and get a brown and a purple. Or a purple and a blue, rather. And for my third and final action, can I afford anything here to plot maybe under my home world for production for the next turn? Maybe I should have thought about that before doing what I did. Because I still have 2 more slots under my home world that I didn't use. I don't have to go for this, but I kind of want to prioritize it for the points. So maybe, I mean, these energy credits are huge because the end game bonus for this game is the more energy credits you end the game with, the more points you get. By the way, these are double-sided, and there's 3 of them, so 3 times 2 is 6. So this is what I got randomly for that. Can I afford this? It's 3 green. No, I can't. It's just not gonna work. That would have been nice, though. That would have been great. I kind of want to grab the skull one so I can start getting some wilds in there. I'm tempted. I'm already producing reds, though, so it's like I'm trying to diversify a bit. I'm not producing brown, which is this one. It needs 2 energy credits for me to buy that. This is a blue and a brown. I don't have brown. This is actually really bad. I might just go for this just to grab it. Or I can reserve a card. I could reserve a card and hopefully purchase it later. I'm really looking at this card because of how this is going to help me with this victory point goal later. So I think I just might reserve this card. Reserve 1 card from a full row. So I think I'm going to reserve that card. Not use it. I just going to reserve it. And that was my third and final action. So this goes ahead and refresh. And now the computer for turn 3. Draw 2 Automa market deck cards and resolve them. So we're just going to draw 2 dice and this is going to move around a bit. All right, so there was a 5 on yellow. So the special case, it's either going to be a equalize, meaning everything goes toward the middle, or it's going to be the AI gains an illicit good, which is useful in certain events. So the 5, let me just make sure. Let me see what that was. I don't remember which one was which. If you draw a black dot, 1, 2, 3 causes equalize, 4, 5, 6 causes the gain. Yep, so on a 5, which is what I drew, he's going to gain an illicit good token. So I'm just going to put that somewhere near here to show that he got that. And okay, and that was 1 die. He gets 1 more per my rule set. And again, face up is a 5, and that was purple. 5 goes back that way. Again, 4, 5, or 6 moves that way. And these dice go off to the side, and that's it. So that was the end of round 1. We move into round 2 and observe the new effects. Starting in round 2, we get an event card. So let's see what rocket science. Each player may choose to gain 2 purple or 2 green. Well, yeah, green. I needed green to get this card. So I think I'm going to put that off to the side. It's not a permanent effect kind of thing. I'm just going to grab 2 green from the bank. And by the way, I ended that round with 6 tokens, so I didn't have to discard down to 7. So that was prior in round 1. Okay, so I did that, and now I take, the event was over, now I produce, I believe. Produce. I'm just going to produce. Okay, so we're going to produce, and that includes anything that I have in the blue boxes. OmniForge is blue-purple. I'm going to have a lot of resources to spend this round. I've got a green and a red on that one. And I've got nothing over here. Okay, so I produced, and now we go into round 2. I get 3 actions. Okay, so is there any sun cards? That's an ice there. So maybe I don't get a planet. I'll wait until he refreshes it. Because there's no green cards out there either, which is good for me. I don't want him grabbing green to satisfy this. So I'll leave it like that and force him to refresh it. So developments. I think I focus on developments. I need more green in order to purchase the... Oh, actually, no. I've got green, 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 and I'm just going to spend these. Let's do that. Get rid of my reserve card. Just because I don't remember. I never remember that I have it. Okay, so I'm going to slide that under my home planet. This is a majority bonus kind of thing, so it doesn't really matter what I put under this card, really. So I'm going to do that. That's going to help me get some buying power for next round and accumulate some energy credits for end of game. That was one action. Second action is going to be, let's see. I need a green or a purple here. Can I do this one now? Green, I still don't have a brown. I'm not producing brown, so I think maybe I trade for certain things. Brown is actually, it costs 2 energy credits to buy one. If I had a lot of brown, that would be great, but oh, that sucks. Brown is expensive. Maybe I'd hold off on that. What about green? No. There's this communications array, which I do need because that's going to give me more points a game. And this is 2 brown, though. That's not going to work for me either. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and start trading, unfortunately, at a nasty price. This one here has 2 blue, and that's going to help me with my majority bonus at the end of the game. But it needs 2 green, a red, and an energy credit. So everything I don't have. I mean, this is awful. This is really awful. One more purple would get me access to this. So maybe I trade for a purple and something else and then get this contract. I think I do that. Just to sort of lock that in. Because that's 2 points. Three green cards here is 2 points. All right, let's do a trade action. But the question is, do I want to get another purple or do I try and grab something else? On a 1-to-1, I don't need this many blues, I don't think. But I need to give away 2 of them in order to get 1 energy credit. That's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. I hate doing that. I really hate doing that, but I don't have much of a choice. I'm going to have to spend 2 blue, and that's going to go down even further, and I'm going to get 1 energy credit for that. That was a 1 for 2. And for my other trade action for turn 2, or for my second action, is going to be, do I get rid of a purple to get another energy credit for something, or I have to because I feel like I need to. Or do I spend this energy credit to get a purple? But I kind of want to focus on, so I can grab this, but I kind of want to focus on, I want to focus on engine building in the beginning so that carries over more often from round to round. This would be great, except I don't have any brown. What cards don't require brown? Let's just put it that way. This purple one here isn't bad. This is 2 energy credits, and that would produce a brown for me. So maybe I sell something else on a 1-to-1. I'm going to go ahead and get this purple and sell it on a 1-to-1. And now for my third action for turn 1 is I'm going to buy this one and put it under my home planet so that I'm producing a brown. And this is going to diversify me a bit better here. But now this is full, and I can't put anything else under here. So I'm going to get that brown resource, which is here. And I think I had to spend 2 energy credits to do that. And okay, we're good. That was that. So we're going to reset now for the AI's first turn. And there we go. All right, and again, this is for rounds 1 through 3, we're on round 2. It's just going to do the same thing it did before on turns 1, 2, and 3. It's going to, for turn 1, it's going to grab a planet and a development. So again, he's going to look to see, is there any greens out here? The answer is no. So it's going to just wipe everything, which I expected to happen. It's going to draw 3 more and see, are any of these green? That is a green one there. So we're just going to grab it and add it to his tableau. He's now 2/3 of the way there. And now he's going to grab a development. He's going to look at its oldest planet, which is this one. Can he satisfy a green here? Green, 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 green. No. Moves on to the next one. Energy credit. Is there something that he can grab that has an energy credit? No, no, yes. He starts at tier 1, moves down to tier 2. There is an energy credit card here, so he's going to slide that under here, and now he's completed this requirement, purple and energy credit. So in the future, he will not try to satisfy this. He couldn't even then because this card is full. But he grabbed that and this, and his turn is done. We're going to refresh now for round 2. There's another sun one, which I may want to grab. So I get 3 actions for turn 2, and I can't pass that up. I really can't. I'm going to move my cards over a bit here. All right. And yeah, I'm going to spend a red for my first action to grab this planet. Hobble. Yep. Now that needs a skull token, which actually, that and a red, that's perfect. Okay, so that's going to go there, first action. Second action, definitely buying this for 1 purple. That's my second action. 1 purple there. It satisfies 2 out of the 3 required there. So I could potentially dump another card under here that I don't care about. The only downside is when I complete this card, I'm going to get 3 points instead of 4 for it, assuming I don't add anything else under here that's a negative. So that was that. And for my third action, I've got these 4 resources. I can only buy from here if I want to buy something. Actually, I need a green for that one, but I can't do it. Is there a green one? No. Do I trade for a green? Can I? I feel like trading my brown now to get some extra energy credits because I'm producing brown. So maybe I do that and then I go after a green. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. My trade market here. I'm going to go ahead and sell a brown. And that's going to actually push this back down, but it was at 2 before. So I'm going to get 2 energy credits. 1, 2. And for my second market action, I think I'm going to buy a green on a 1-to-1. So that's going to actually push this up like that. Okay, and yeah. Okay. So I got my green and I have to spend 1. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've been doing this right, but again, I forgot to preface this at the beginning of the video. I do make mistakes on occasion, actually probably all the time. So bear with me if I do. So anyway, and again, my goal here is just to provide some exposure to the game because I really like it, and my goal is to have fun. So anyway, that was my third action. On turn 2, the AI is going to collect a planet. It's going to collect a development, and then draw a die from the bag. So these flip back over. Okay, so it's going to look at this. Are there any green planets? The answer is no. It's going to recycle that. 1, 2. There's a green planet. So he has completed his goal. You guys may not be able to see that over there, but I'll try and show that later. So he completed his goal, and now he's going to collect a development. He's going to look at his oldest planet that isn't satisfied, this one. Is there a green one? Yes, right here. There is a green resource here. He's going to slide that underneath like so. He still has room, but this is going to be a dumping planet. This is completely satisfied now. So if he can't do anything else and his headquarters is full, he can dump a card here as he needs to. So he collected that, and now he gets to draw 1 die from the bag and affect the market in some way. Again, face up is a 1. So red actually moves left 1 space. 1, 2, 3 this way, 4, 5, 6 that way. All right, and that was turn 2. Turn 3, I get 3 actions. Okay. What am I going to do? I need to get an energy credit in here. Oh, there's one there. It only costs a single blue. But it's another skull token. Of course it is. I don't want to start accumulating those. I'm already producing one. I don't want to do any more than that. Unless I can find cards in here that only cost a skull to get. That's dangerous. And that would reduce, buying that and fulfilling that would reduce my points on this to 2 instead of 3. Maybe I'll wait for a better energy credit card to come along than that one. Those are tempting though. Those are really tempting. There's a green and a purple here I'm trying to satisfy. I think I've got that now. Green, I don't have my brown. Dang, I sold it. Green, 2 greens, a red. Brown is actually, I sold it, that's right. I could buy it with my energy credit, but then I need to sell something else to get an energy credit back. And maybe my green, yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, so for my second, am I on my second or first? I always forget. I'm gonna have to use a die to remind myself. I think I didn't do anything yet because all of this is empty. So for my first action, I'm gonna do a trade market action. I'm gonna sell my, oh wait, no. I didn't think this through. I green, a brown. Oh, I can sell the green. Yeah, I can sell the green and get 2 energy credits for it. So I'm going to sell that. That goes back down there, and I get 2 energy credits for it. 1, 2. And I'm going to, for my second market action, buy a brown at a 1-to-1. And that pushes it up there. For my second action, I'm going to buy, I need a green. I think I did that wrong, didn't I? I needed a green and I sold it. Yeah, well, fine. I'll deal with it for next time. Well, that was stupid. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking there, but that's fine. I need a green. That's another skull one over there. That's just a blue. I could throw that. That's not going to work either. And again, I've got a free one I can throw under here. One that doesn't require an energy credit because I've got 3 spaces and I've already got 2 fulfilled here. So I could potentially get a card and just throw it under there. Like this array, but that's 2 brown. I don't have it. And I can't trade again because these are already exhausted for this. I could get some more tokens for next round. I can do another trade action. These are fairly cheap. So what I could do is I could spend my 2 energy credits, right? And, well, for my 2 market actions, do this. Well, here's the thing. If I do that, then I've got 8 tokens. Let's rethink this. Because that's going to give me 8 tokens, and I have to discard down to 7. So it's kind of a waste to do that unless I manage to spend one of them. So can I get 8 and then spend one of them? With extra purple, what would I do? With extra red, what would I do? Is there another planet that I could grab? Not that I really need it at this point. I kind of want to focus on what I have. Actually, even if I sold them, I would need 2 of that resource. So I had that backwards. I could buy them. I could buy them and get 2 of each. But again, I'd be over my limit of 7. I'd have 8. When I think out loud, I'm not sure I make any sense. So bear with me. You know what? I'm going to risk it. I'm going to grab this one because I can. And that's the energy credit I need to fulfill this. So it's just a single blue, which I have. So I'm going to do that. And now I've got a third action. The question is, what do I do with that third action? I think I Omniforge produce that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Omniforge produce will get me up to 7. And that's going to put me in a nice position for next round. Hopefully I could use these to help trade or do something else with. I maybe could have gotten something else, but I'm going to try to keep the video moving. So for his turn 3, he, like before, is going to draw 2 Automa cards, in this case 2 dice, and affect the market in some way. So we're just going to refresh, and draw 2. It's a 2 orange, and that goes this way. That's 1. And a 4 green, which goes that way. That makes green more expensive. Okay, more valuable. All right, well, now we're into round 3. We're halfway done. We're going to draw an event card. I did not have to discard down to 7 because I'm already at 7. Transmutation. Each player gains a bonus Omniforge production. Wow. Players may trade a wild with a wild from the bank. Move the trade marker left 1 space for the resource you trade away. Oh my goodness. Okay. So first things first, bonus Omniforge production. So that's purple and blue for me. Okay, and now I can do a 1-to-1, but I have to adjust the market when I do that for the one I give away to the back to the bank. So on a 1-to-1, I've got a lot of blue, I've got a lot of purple. I'm going to be getting more purple. Part of me wants to get rid of the blue one because there's not a whole lot of demand for blue out here, and I'm going to get more of it. I can trade a blue, and I think I would take something I don't have a lot of, maybe a green. Maybe I do that. Maybe a green. Although, yeah, maybe a green. So I'm going to give the blue away and collect a green. And the one I gave away was a blue, so I have to adjust the market to the left. So now blue is like super saturated. 4 tokens will get me 1 energy credit. But if I want to buy it, I could just... One of these is 4 of those, which might help me purchase a huge blue one down here if it comes up. So that was that event card. I'm now going to produce blue and purple and 2 energy credits and a brown, all these resources, a blue and a red. Green and a red. My eyes have a hard time. Okay, red and a skull and an energy credit and a skull. So that, and then 2 skulls. My gosh, I don't think I have enough resources. I better get rid of these for the next round. I need to start buying a lot of stuff in order for this to work. So we're here, and now we're just gonna, we're gonna just spend what we can to get rid of a lot of this. I've got a wild if I need it as well for this round. So that being said, I think now's the time to start buying these tier 2 cards so that I can get, I need that symbol. Yeah, for 2 of those purples. Yeah. So that's a green. That's a brown. That's a red and an energy credit. Okay, so that's 1 of my 2 turns. That slides under there. And is there a green one out here that I could possibly get? No, there's not. I could spend an action to refresh just to try and get something. Maybe I spend these 4 purple, like I'm really hurting for space. So maybe I spend these 4 purple to grab this. I'm going to do that. So 4 purple to grab this green one, which makes sense. I've got 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to grab that for endgame scoring. Put that off to the side here. And for my third action, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Okay, I need a green one still, but I don't see one out here. Maybe another planet just to have a dumping, like to try and get more points. But I still have a dumping ground here. I've got 1 card I could slide under here for whatever I want it to be. And this communications array is 2 brown. I only have the 1. Maybe no, I can't buy that anyway because that row is not filled. I'd have to buy one of these if I was going to buy something. Or do I trade and set myself up for one of these? Maybe I trade for blue and hope it comes up down here. That's a lot of green. That's a lot of green. Maybe I wipe this row in preparation to try and find that blue. So for my third action, I'm going to refresh this row and purples, and there's the blues, and okay, I need to try and get that one. Okay, so that was my third and final action. For round 3, he is going to, again, collect 1 planet and 1 development. So, again, he's going after green at this point, even though he's fulfilled it. We're just going to continue that line. Nope, there's no green there. He's going to refresh. 1, 2, 3. No green, so it just takes from the top, and it is just a gray glint system card. So he's just going to put that off to the side there. He'll probably never get to it, but because he's got all these other cards to fill up. And then 1 development. So he's going to look at his oldest planet that is not fulfilled. This is fulfilled. This is fulfilled. He's now going to look at this one. Is there, and I forgot to fill this from last time, is there a red, gray, or green one? Red, okay, there's a green one here. So he's going to just take that for free, slide it under, and now he's going to be looking for red and gray at some point. Okay, so that was his 2 things. He took a planet, he took a free development. We're going to reset now for turn 2. And now I get 3 actions. Let's do... I still have a lot more to get rid of. Now I think I go for this card. I think that's going to be... I need purple still, but I'm going to go for it. So I'm going to take a trade action. I'm going to use 1 credit to get 4 blue. So it's going to flip over, and I get 4 blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. And for my other trade action, I think I need more purple. I'd have to spend... I can spend an energy credit to get 2 purple, and that's going to flip over... Oh, I bought it. Yeah, it's going to go that way. So I get 2 purple. That was 1 action. The second action is going to be, do I have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 purple is what I need for this card down here, which is 5 points. I'll take it. And I'm just going to take that one. That's going to produce red for me, but most importantly, it's a 5-point card, and I'm just going to throw that under this planet, which I said I've already fulfilled it, so it's okay to have a little dumping ground there. So there we go. I'm just going to throw that under there. Okay, so I traded, I bought, and now I can do 1 more action. Can I get rid of one of these and buy one of these cards? Or I don't have any room left. I need a green for this. I think I need to buy a planet. I need more space. I'm gonna put this over here. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and because we're running out of room. Yeah, okay. So I need a planet. It doesn't matter which one to me at this point. Something that would coincide with stuff down here, preferably. Something with energy credits, for example. Or maybe room for 3, because there's a red and a red. I mean, that could work. I need, maybe this one, although there's a skull on that one too. I think I've gathered enough skulls at this point. So maybe the energy credit one. That's going to be tough to fulfill, but there's room for 2 cards on it. And... yeah, maybe I just grab that one. It's a red to do that. Okay. All right, so that was my 3rd action. And now the AI is going to do collect 1 planet, 1 development, and draw a die. All right, so he's going to... oops. I didn't see that for the record. Please flip over. AI is going to grab a planet. Is there a green one? No. He's going to refresh... 1, 2, 3. No greens. He's going to take from the top. And I think this might be one of the new ones. Yeah, Vichy. Abaddon. Yeah, so Abaddon is what I think the promo. 3 skulls gets you 7 points. That's going to be tough for him to fulfill, considering that that's on the edge. He always goes for the oldest planet first that isn't fulfilled. And he's going to take 1 development. Which one? Okay, this gray and green. This is fulfilled, so left, right. This one is not fulfilled. He needs a gray or a green. No. There's that. So he's going to get that gray one and just slide it under here. Great. And he's going to draw a die from the bag and affect the market. And it is a yellow 6, and that is gain 1 illicit good token. So he's got 2 of them. And again, these typically don't do anything except there may be an event that may affect that in some way. All right, so that was that. And now we move on to turn 3. We refresh that. That's a lot of communications arrays. I may have to get rid of them or buy them up and get a crap ton of points. Okay, for 3 actions, what am I going to do? I would love to get energy credits for here and prep for endgame. But, oh man, these skulls are going to be, I need to spend my ability in order to get rid of one of these skulls. So, can I just buy one of these using a wild resource? Where would I put that though? I think I need to buy another planet. Maybe I buy another planet. I'm going to spend a red, buy another planet. Maybe I'd buy this one here. Just makes sense to me. And this is going to get busy real fast. Let's just put that here. We'll slide everything down. If the bonus was to have the most systems, I probably would have won. But okay, so grab that one. I paid my red. Second action is going to be, let's see. Second action, I'm going to grab one of these. Yeah, so I'm going to take this one, which is a gray. It's just 2 green. There's a green and a skull. Again, I can use, once per turn, I can use my skull to, is that once per round or once per, if it's once per turn, so I could have done that earlier, but I forgot. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to use green and a skull to buy this 2 green one. And I'm just going to put that under this one here. I don't know if I'll be able to complete that by game's end, but we'll try. And then for my third action, I cannot buy from that again because of, it's not full. None of these appeal to me. Do I refresh this row maybe and try and hope for some energy credits? I mean, that's, or do I buy, there's a yellow one there, blue and brown. I don't have a blue. That is, no, I don't have enough for that. I can't buy those cards. I think what I'm going to do is refresh this row to try and get energy credit ones for that. So I'm just going to refresh that full row. 1, 2, 3, and there's one there, if I can get to it next round. Okay, so we're going to refresh for the computer. And now it's going to, in round 3, draw 2 Automa market cards. In this case, 2 dice. First one is an orange 6, and that makes that go up by 1. And this one is a red 6 that goes up by 1. All right, affecting that market. And that's the end of round 3, last round of the game. All right, so we're going to draw an event card. I don't have to discard down to 7. Redux, each player may gain any 2 tokens out of their 6 starting tokens. Okay, well, my starting tokens were, I think I grab energy credits. Those are tokens. So yeah, I'm gonna grab energy credits because I need them for endgame. So there's that. All right. Next is production. I'm gonna produce, my Omniforge is blue and purple. And I've got 2 energy credits there. I've got 1 brown there. I've got a green and a red there. I've got 2 purple there, which I need another green if I can at some point. 2 purple. And here is 2 skulls. Skull, and then a red energy credit red. So 2 reds and an energy credit. My gosh. And then nothing else. So this is all I get for round 4 unless I do an Omniforge thing. So I need to get rid of skulls. So I need to buy something as a wild per my ability once per turn. So I could do 1 here and then 1 here. So let's do this one. I think brown and, yeah, I'm just going to spend a skull and a brown in place of the blue. So there's that, and take this card here, which is an energy credit, which is going to help me complete this card at some point. Second action, let's do, this is one of the first times we've seen this symbol. And again, one of your actions is you can take 2 of these purple actions, which is like a trade market kind of thing. Spend energy credit for anything. Despite what the market says, you can do a 1-to-1 trade. Okay, I kind of want to buy another one of these if I can, just to up my points. So maybe a green-brown? Yeah, green-brown. So I'm going to spend a green-brown, buy this one. It's also a pink, which is what I need for this card down here. And that was my second action. My third action is going to be, can't buy any more of those. Don't need to buy a planet. Can I buy another one of these? I kind of want to keep my energy credits. How did I get 3? Oh, I had a skull left over. I need to buy development every single turn in order to, and use a wild to get rid of it in order to not end the game with any skulls. So I think I need to buy another planet just to have a dumping ground to pay for things. So I'm going to spend a red and just buy a planet I can dump things onto. There's 3 slots here. 3 slots here. Let's just grab that one. Sorry, computer, but I'm just going to do that. Okay. Yeah. That was 3 actions. So the computer is going to do different things now for round 4 because he has so many planets. I built it in for round 4 that he does something different. Mainly, for turn 1, collect 2 developments and then draw a card. That's it. So he's going to, no more planets. He's done with planets. He's just going to try and fulfill as many of these as possible. So 2 developments. He's going to look at his oldest planet that isn't fulfilled, which is this one. He's going to try and get a red one. Yes. That's 1. And he can draw again from that row if need be, as part of the rules. This is the oldest card now that isn't fulfilled, 3 browns. So is there a brown? Yes, there's just that. All right, so he grabbed 2 developments. And I'm going to draw a die from the bag. It is a red 6. That goes up by 1. Okay. Turn 2. I get 3 actions. We refresh this. I need to get rid of these skulls. Big time. And I prefer to do it with this if I can swing it. Unfortunately, I have no more brown left. I have to spend 2 energy credits to get it, and I really don't want to do that. Although I could sell a red to get 2. I think I'm going to do that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the trade market. I'm going to sell a red. And that's going to give me 2 energy credits because that's where it was before. With those 2 energy credits, I'm going to buy a brown. And that's going to push brown up even further, which is even more expensive. That was first action. Second action, I'm going to buy this communications array. A new turn means I can spend another wild skull, illicit good, and another brown to buy this card and dump it under, I'm just going to dump it under this one because I can, although I need a, oh, I can, perfect. That works for me. Yeah, I actually fulfilled that card without even realizing I did it. Okay. That's a happy thing. Okay, so that was second action. Third action is going to be, I need another energy credit for this. I need a green for this. There's a green up here, blue and brown. I don't have a brown. I can Omniforge. No, Omniforge isn't going to do it. I may have to accept that I'm not going to get this card done. Is there an energy credit thing that I can go after for my third action? Maybe I wipe this again, or do I keep this around and hope that I can somehow trade for brown later? Although that's too expensive. I need another green card that that doesn't cost a brown to acquire. So I think I have to take the risk and wipe these out. And 1, 2, and 3, no greens, because of course not. All right, well, it's the AI's turn on the second turn for round 4. He's going to collect 2 developments and draw a card. So he's going to look at everything here. The oldest one not fulfilled is this one. Is there browns anywhere? Here's a brown one. And 1 more development. Brown. Nope. So these go away. And these go away. And new ones come out. Oh, there's an energy credit one. I need that. Oh, and a green one. Okay, that might... Oh, but it's the same row. I have to choose. All right, well, first of all, he gets a brown. Brown. No brown. So he's going to draw 1 from the tier 1 deck and take whatever he gets. It is a purple. This is the first time where he... Actually, no. I'm sorry. I did that wrong. I should have moved to the next planet before refreshing. I'm getting fatigued. I should have moved to the next planet to see if there was anything there that he could grab. Let's do that first. Is there a pink? No. Is there a blue? Yes. Oh, that's the one I needed. All right. Well, that. So he fulfilled. He got 2 of his developments there, and that was the end. Oh, and yep, that refreshes, and a new die comes out of the bag. All right, it is a purple 5, so purple goes up by 1. Last turn of the game. Okay, I get 3 actions. I need to get rid of this purple, or this skull by buying something. I think I buy this. It's a blue and a purple, which I have. Actually, no, I'm going to spend my wild to do it because I need to get rid of it. So blue and a wild, my skull token. And that is just going to slide under here to fulfill that card. That is done. Okay, that was my first action. Second action, is there anything down here I would want to get? This is an example of why illicit good tokens are received by the AI. If I buy this card, I get 2 energy credits for every one that they have. I would get 2 energy credits if I buy this card and get 3 points. Maybe I look into buying that one if I can do it. I don't think I can. It's just, it needs 2 green at least, and I don't have it. I simply don't have it. Yeah, so that's not going to work. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and get a purple so that I could then, for my third action, get another one of these cards. But then, see, I've got 7 tokens. I don't want to lose that. Is it worth the trade? Is there a color here that would benefit me? Yellow, I've got 3 of. That's 2 points. Oh, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 yellow. That's 4 points. So the question is it worth me losing an energy credit to possibly get another purple? This is awful. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Turn 2, or my second action is I'm going to trade my red, which is a 1-to-1. So that's going to go down there, and I get an energy credit. Then I'm going to buy a purple, which is, I need 2 energy credits for that, unfortunately. So 1, 2, and I get another purple. All right, that was my second action. Third and final action of the game. I've got 4 purple here, and I'm just going to turn that in and grab this yellow contract because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow planets, and that works for me. And I think I made out there. I gave up an energy credit to do it, and that affects the end game credits here, but 3 points as opposed to I gained 1 point out of doing all of that. But hey, 1 point actually might make a difference on a harder difficulty setting. So that was my third and final action. For his third and final action, it is collect 1 tier 3 development card for free. One preferably that he would want to fulfill something. Is there a brown one down here that he can produce? No. No, this is a skull. Actually, he could grab this one and slide it under this skull one. So the way I did this was, this is satisfied, 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 not satisfied, no brown. Next is this one. It wants a pink, or a yellow. There's no pink or yellow here. These don't have that. Moving on to the next one, 3 skulls. Well, there's a skull one here. He just grabs that, slides it under for free. He doesn't fulfill the card, but he gets 5 points for free at the end of the game. And that is it. So now I got to figure out final scoring. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out the trusty calculator. And okay, so we're going to start with, I didn't even look at majorities, to be honest with you. I probably don't have more blues than he does. I'm only producing, my Omniforge does not count. Am I even producing a single blue? I'm not producing a single blue. Is he producing 1? He got majority, so I did not get 3 points for that. These don't give me anything. Do I have 3 planets with a sun. 1, 2, 3, I do. So I get 4 points for that. And again, that was from the 4 down here. So 4 points for that. Moving on, did I fulfill this planet? Yes, 4 points. Did I fulfill this one? Yes, I did, 3 points. Did I fulfill this one? Yes, I did. However, there's some negatives there. 4 minus 2 is 2, plus 5 is 7. Did I fulfill that? No. Did I fulfill this? Yes, I get 4 points. The communications arrays, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, and that's 9 points, so I get 9 points for that. And lastly, the energy credits here, I have 6 of them. Unfortunately, it goes down to 4 there, so I get 4 points for that. And then lastly, these 2 contracts. I had 4 green and 4 yellow, and that's 8 points total. So my final score is around 43. That's absurdly high for a game like this. But then again, I don't have an opponent playing against me to like mess with me. So there's that. Now, his score is going to be quite low, but let's just take a look at it anyway. Again, there are ways in the rulebook to inflate the difficulty to make it more difficult. I'm just going to get that out of here because it's just in the way. So let's look at his. Did he do 3 green planets? He did. He gets 4 points. Did he complete... Let's put that over here. Did he complete... did he have a majority? And I think the majority he doesn't look at for the beginner mode. I can include it later just to see. He completed that one for 4. He completed this one for 3. He completed this one for 4. Yes, he did. This one he did not complete. This one he did not. And this one he did not. As far as points are concerned, though, he did get 5 for that one because it's just written right on the card there. And that would be it on beginner mode. That's it. However, that was 20 points. So he got 20 to my 43. If I made the game more difficult, we would factor in any one of these that we wanted to, and it's hard to see. Home planet majority bonus, if it qualifies. Did he have more purple than me? 1, 2... no, 2's enough. 1, 2. No, I had majority on purple, so he does not get anything for that. Next is the AI Factors Endgame Goal Token. How many energy credits? Well, I guess that doesn't matter because he never collects resources. If I wanted to homebrew that further right on the fly, I could say he has 2 energy productions. That would be, 2 points? Again, I'm just making crap up as I go now. So that's 2 points. In this case, he doesn't collect resources, so he doesn't have anything to show for this particular goal. But a way around that off the top of my head is look to see how many energy credits he produced in his tableau and then just award him as appropriate. I do this on the fly, sorry. At game end, AI collects a partnership card for free. So he collects one of these for free, one that would get him the most points. Looks like he's got 3 red, and that's gonna be the one he goes after, I think. So 3 red is 2 points. So let's just say 2 extra points, 24. And then on the very last turn, AI takes 2 tier 3 development cards instead of 1. So we would take an extra one. Is there one that would fulfill this brown requirement? No. Energy credit, no. Let's go ahead and wipe these and see if that would make any difference. 1, 2, 3. It's a wild... Let's just say he takes that one and fulfills that brown down here. That's 4 plus 5. He completed this card now, so 4 plus 5 is 9. So 9 is 33. Okay, so that is all of them. The extra variants to include harder stuff. So it was my 43 to his 33 with all of the hard stuff factored in. Not a perfect system, not a perfect solo system, but when you're playing against, when you're playing the game's inherent solo mode, you're playing against yourself. In my own, you're sort of playing against an opponent that you can kind of react to on occasion, and one that's also affecting the market. So yeah, there you go. That was a quick look at the solo variant that I created using dice rather than the deck. And again, I don't think I'm ever going to spend money to print out a deck of cards. The dice is just easier. Again, for $5 on Amazon, you can get a cloth bag and 100 dice of different colors, and it works just fine. So that was Star Tycoon. Again, if you want to utilize my solo mode, check out Board Game Geek. I've got the files all there. I also have the tabletop simulator module that you can subscribe to and play it there instead if you want. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.